Welcome to Jeanette Talks a Lot. Grab your favorite drink and let's talk about all things stories. So, what are you drinking today? I'm drinking Layered Superfood, and it's a Peruvian coffee that actually grows in the higher altitudes, about 4,000 feet, which is really cool. And it's so good. I love it. I really do. And I'm going to go get more because it's so good. First of all, I wanted to share with you guys something that you might be already familiar with, but on the Hallmark Plus app, you can check out a really cool thing they have right now. They are celebrating their 25th birthday of Hallmark Channel. And you can see, of course, their normal things when you log in. You can see everything that's going on. But they have this banner now that's Hallmark Channel's 25th birthday. They're celebrating by watching all Hallmark movies year by year. So if you click on that banner, you can see this really cool option. And they've had it for a while now. They didn't just put it up for the birthday. I've actually looked into it before. And if you go along, you can see that they started actually in the 1980s to the 1990s. And these are all what we call the Hallmark Hall of Fame movies. If you were growing up in the 80s and 90s, you remember a lot of these because they came around the holidays. And I believe it was like Sunday nights, one every Sunday night for Christmas season. So for the month of December, I believe that's when they put these movies up. They were heartwarming, family friendly, and this is kind of how they got started as far as I can tell. So these are some of the movies you might not even be familiar with if you did not grow up in watching TV in the 80s or 90s, you might have missed some of these really great ones and so many amazing actors and actresses that you had seen in so many other movies and TV shows back then. I mean, amazing, amazing stars that you might have missed. So I would definitely check that out. Go to the 80s and 90s tab over here on the right side. Then if you move to the left a little bit, 2000 to 2009. And these areas right here are ones that you're probably very familiar with, but maybe not. I mean, it was a while ago, and to be honest, I wasn't watching the Hallmark Channel back then. They just barely started it in the early 2000s. But there's so many great movies, again, so many actors and actresses that you will have seen in your childhood from so many classic movies and shows. And, some of them were elderly at this point in the early 2000s. And just such great, heartwarming movies and family-friendly films as well. So this is the early, 2000, 2009 in this group here. Then 2010, you can see there were only about 7 films. But these were the new films that they added to their lineup at the time. Really great films. 2011, same thing. They added another 7 more, which are really great and wonderful. And if there's any in here that you don't think you've seen before, I would definitely go back and check it out. 2012, this one they added more, probably doubled the 7, right? So it's about 14 or 15 now. 2013, here's quite a few more, right? It looks like they might have tripled it at this point. So, some of these are my favorites, like After All These Years, Window Wonderland. I love those. Just so great. I love these movies. And these shows too. Cedar Cove also started around that time. And Signed, Sealed, Delivered. They actually got their shows. And I remember when that movie, or I'm sorry, when that series of shows came out, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, but I believe it was on a alternate channel back in the day, and then Hallmark brought them onto their channel. So I do remember that from early on. 2014, look at all these. More Christmas, lots of different mystery movies started coming out around this time. 2015, you see some more of the films in regards to like Murder, She Baked, garage sale mysteries, different mysteries like that, as well as people traveling, going different places. October Kiss, quite a few more holiday ones. So not just Christmas, but also fall, harvest, as well as little by little, you see more of the spring and summer films as well. A lot of people coming together, meeting new people, right? Maybe lost love from the past or someone you hated from the past. Now you meet them again and you love them. A lot of these ice sculpting type situations, which would be, maybe we've talked about before, like the ice castles, things like that, visiting long lost places, long lost countries, villas, flower shop mysteries as well, Aurora Tea Garden. Oh, I love the Irresistible Blueberry Farm. I love that one. There's so many. I love them. Oh, Good Witch, also their series came in as well. There's so many amazing films and stories coming. And if you look back, the last 25 years at least, I mean, it's been longer, but if you look at these, there's just so many different stories that you can, you know, join into for that, what, hour and a half and enjoy life, with all of us who are a part of it too. And we have all these memories and stories. 2017, we had more of the fall. Some more fall films came out. We have sports, garage sale mysteries, more of those, and so many different ones, about wishing. We've talked about some of those before. Just such a cool database of fun movies. Emma Fielding mysteries, more Christmas, more Love on Ice. He's so cool. Yeah, so many little new things that you may have never even seen before. Maybe you didn't know that these even existed because so often you're looking at the new ones. So if you're on the Hallmark app, you're seeing things that are just coming out or something that's just been out for a short time. But if you look at some of these, this one's 2018. I believe it was around 2016, 2017 when I started watching the channel. And I believe you had to have a certain subscription before the app, Hallmark app. The Hallmark Channel was only available on certain platforms, or I should say certain cable or satellite providers. And so at that time, I had to search it around a little. I heard that there was a Hallmark Channel, and I had seen some of these movies promoted in different places, but I went searching because I was like, these look really good. I want to see them. So I did, and I, found my cable provider at the time. I went and said, hey, I want that channel. I want that channel. Eventually, I got it. And then little by little, they came out with the app so we could kind of watch it anywhere. But it's kind of cool to see these different opportunities. 2019, even more. If you notice, I mean, some of them, there was just a handful a year. And then little by little, they're adding so many more. Mystery 101, so many of these great series, TV series, as well as film series have come out, and it's just really fun. Easter, there's so many different fun movies about, music, bringing people together. 2019, 2020, so many came out in 2020 as well. This is when we had the pandemic, but they were able to bring out more movies. Of course, they made them before that, but some of them they might have made in the process. So some of these are fun too. This one's 2021. So these are like some of the country music films where people go to the ranch or they go to the South and they find all these really fun new adventures. A lot of royal movies about royalty, meeting a prince, meeting a princess, falling in love, planning people's weddings, and then you fall in love as well. So just so much fun, so much fun. Sisters, oh yeah, Real Sisters. It's so fun. They came together and did their movies as well. So this part, okay, we're at 2022 here. This is in the Hallmark Plus app as well. So these are ones that you might have already seen recently because they are more recent. But to be honest, there are great ones that are in the past as well and that you might not have even seen. So I would say definitely check those out. And do you have any plans to do this? Have you already started going through and watching a lot of these films? I know we don't have unlimited time every day, but is there a process? Are you going to start at the earliest, 1980s, 1990s films and kind of move forward? Or is there a certain year that you really enjoy the most? So I definitely encourage you to put that in the comments because I would love to know if you're working on this process, if you're watching as many as you can for the 25th anniversary. I definitely know it will take us a little time to go through these, but if you look at it, I mean, there's so many that you probably have missed or that I've missed because we just weren't watching it at that point. Or if we did go back and maybe we hunted around and found a few, but we didn't get to them all. So I definitely would encourage you to go through and you might find something unique and different. Oh yeah. So let's see. So 2024, let's just take a look at that really quickly. This is where they brought back some more of, the Wedding Veil movies and more of the Hannah Swenson mysteries. They were Murder She Baked, and then they came back after a few years and brought it a new series, which was based off of the same Hannah Swenson character. So those actually came out around this time. I think it was around 23, 24. And then they brought, some of these other series, the Jane Mysteries, Haunted Wedding, which that wasn't quite a series, but there were a few at that time that were a little more of the, oh, like this one, like Jane Austen type, um, going back in time. It wasn't all Jane Austen, but going back in time, seeing different times like that. Yeah. So this one is a really fun year as well. And honestly, for a while, I thought I was just going to run out of movies, but looking back, I'm like, I have not even scratched the surface, really, to an extent. There was a time where I was trying to keep up, but I don't know. I don't think it really worked. This one's 2025. And yeah, so many in Barcelona and different other countries, different series that came out as well. And then 2026, we are still in 2026, so there's still more to come. But these are the newest ones, and they even say new movie or they say coming soon. There's a few as well. But I definitely recommend that you check this out and let me know in the comments where you are in this process. If you are in the process of trying to go back and see as many of the older movies as possible, then please let me know that. And is there a certain year or section that you're going through? Please let me know. This is just such a fun area for me. I've talked to you about this before. It's like having books on a shelf. You just can choose whichever movie or whichever journey you feel like going into today. And it's so fun. So I definitely recommend you trying it. It's a lot, so definitely do your best. But thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.